welcome back to Reverse Thrift Flipping, where I take perfectly fine new clothes and try to make them look vintage. This time my victims are dead stock from Canvas Studios. They sent me 6 dresses in total, but I opted to upcycle just 3 of them in one weekend because I'm trying to be less delusional this year. A lot of their dresses have a super nonchalant, easy vibe, which inspired me to look for vintage dresses I could get on in less than 5 minutes. A godsend for someone with a punctuality deficiency. Of course, should never ever try to plan too much when upcycling because you can't predict a lot when it comes to existing garments with all kinds of secrets that only 3 hours of seam ripping will reveal. Like, my plan for the first dress was a mid-century inspired baby doll dress with puff sleeves, which, yeah, spoiler alert, it does not turn out like that at all, but it at least is still kind of historical. My second project was truer to my inspirations, which began as a 1920s Europa style with a more fitted bodice, which gave more 80s prom dress, and I guess that's how you kind of reverse engineer yourself into understanding the origins of a trend. I opted to split the skirt into 2 layers to get maximum fullness, with the top layer to be bustle Victorian style. I sewed this tutu style for no good reason in retrospect, and then made a few bows from the sleeves. At the finish line, I realized my plan for a 50s style house coat just wasn't going to fit into the fabric limitations, and instead challenged myself to go boss level sustainable with zero waste and size adjustable transformation inspired by 18th century chemise elegance. Went pretty much no cutting into the fabric, and I only had to seam rip around the collar and the sleeves just so that I could add on my drawstrings and have the garment flat. And this was in no way influenced by the fact that I was very quickly running out of time and steam. And then I added in my drawstring traces and some ribbon to match. And here are the final results. So my baby doll was a little bit more of a historical shift, but I'm not too mad at it, though I wish I had had stays or accessories more in this like cool color palette. The zero waist chemise is probably my favorite just because it's so easy breezy cover girl to put on. Though I suspect this one is probably going to be a bigger hit at the parties, but you let me know in the comments.